So, hi everyone, this is Sankalp, and I am making this video to explain all the details related to a project that I have made. So, it's a Spring Boot project, which is basically a clone of Airbnb application. So, let's go ahead and check all the details regarding it. So, I have a document regarding that. Yes, so this will be a flow diagram which will be explaining all the important features of this project. So, the whole project will be divided into two flows. So first will be hotel manager, which will be initiating all the admin kind of roles. For example, creating hotels, creating room types, managing hotel room types, managing bookings, managing inventory, every sort of thing he will be doing it. And the other flow will be of a guest or a user or a normal user who will be coming into our application and who will be doing a hotel search and getting all the details related to the hotels and rooms, and then further going ahead with the hotel booking and making the payment and listing everything. So I have integrated payments inside this as well. So we have used Stripe payment, and then yeah, as you can see, that hotel manager will be managing hotels, then all the rooms inside the particular hotel and the inventories. So we'll be having two type of guests. One will be hotel manager, another will be a guest. So as I told you, so other than that, we so this is basically a booking flow. So booking will be means to book to do a booking will be there, and the guest will be added. Then after the guest, so each guest basically is a user, correct? And then once we have added guess everything, then we will go to the payment section, and then our payment gateway will be recording the payments. And then we have added, so yeah, we have added this design pattern as well. So this is basically dynamic pricing. So whenever we see there is there's a traffic going on, or there's a public holiday or anything, our hotel price will be automatically increased. So it will be increased based on these following factors. So we will have occupancy pricing strategy, that will be that when the 80% of the hotel is booked, the price will be increased automatically. We have urgency pricing strategy, that deals with that whenever we are booking a hotel within 7 days, then the price will be increased. Then another will be holiday pricing strategy. So if there are a holiday, price will be increased. So we have implemented this design pattern as well in this project. So these are some of the APIs that we'll be using ahead to interact with our application. So this is basically a backend project. So we have not integrated front end as of yet. So the hotel means the backend APIs will be. I already told you that these will be divided into two parts: the hotel manager and the guest. So the hotel manager will have all the you know admin rights, such as creating the hotel, getting the hotel, post and get APIs, then patch and delete APIs as well. So if we have to, make modifications in our hotel and anything, so these will be related to that as well. So we have hotel APIs, then we have room APIs. So anything related to room, we have getting the details of the room, or making a new room type available. All these will be inside the hotel manager API. So I'll be going through each one of them ahead in later in this video. So and then second part will be our guests. So our guest will be getting the search functionality first of all. So guest will be able to search based on these criteria: so city, check-in date, check-out date, then the number of rooms he wants. So based on that, he will search hotel. Then inside the hotel, means he can search within that particular hotel. So when we are seeing, when we are seeing list of hotels, so we click on one hotel, and inside that hotel we see all the room details. So this APIs will be dealing with that. So whatever hotel we have selected, we will be passing the hotel ID, and then it will give us all the room, the details and categories and everything with this. And then later on, guest will also be having this API called booking API. So he'll be able to check all the bookings that he have made. All the bookings means that is confirmed, that are cancelled, everything. Then Third thing is that he'll be able to add guest in the booking. So when he is initiating a booking, he will be able to add guests inside that booking, and then when the guest is added successfully, he'll be able to make payment. So as I already told you that we have integrated payments as well in this application. So once you hit the payment api, it will redirect you to a Stripe payment gateway app where you can make the payment, and once the payment is done and confirmed, then your booking also will be confirmed. Then later on we have these apis. So again, these are dealing about the bookings and booking and specific booking details as well. So if we want details of a specific booking, we can pass the booking id, and then we can get the details of that particular booking as well. Also, we have made this cancel booking api as well. So whenever, if I want to cancel a hotel or up or sorry my booking, then what I can do is I can go ahead and cancel that booking. Upon cancellation, what it does is it will first update inside our dv that this booking is cancelled, and then upon that it will also initiate a refund of the money which we have or user have paid. Okay, so that also we have captured. Then we have this user login apis. So if we if we have to access any of the features, so we must be authorized user to be able to do so. So for that we will be having these three apis: login, sign up, and verify. So verify, or you can say, I have made this refresh because it was sounding more uh, you know more specific to this. So yeah, I'll make you go through all of these. And then we have a cron job as well, but not for reset bookings. We have cron job for updating the price. So we are updating the price every, let's say 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So every 5 to 10 minutes, if there is are new hotels added, all the dynamic pricing strategies, through the dynamic pricing strategies, I am updating the hotel prices. So let's get ahead and uh, add our, let's see our all the apis through postman. So now what I'll be doing is I'll take you to the postman. So if you see, there are a lot of APIs which I was talking about. Now we have create API, we have get hotel by ID. If you click any one of them now, you will see that we are getting an unauthorized exception because we are not logged in yet. We have not signed in yet with any user. Now in able to, so if you check the create API as well, so if you click on this, see we are getting unauthorized. Okay, so any admin api, if you check, then we will not be having these details. And then later on, so what we can do is we can just create some new users, and through that users we'll be checking the whole flow of this. So now what I'll do is I will create two users. Maybe one is Sham and one is Ram. And one of the user I'll make as hotel manager, and one of the user I'll make as a guest. So let's go ahead and add this user. So we have a sign up API. We have Sham at the gmail.com. So also, so if you are entering these details, I have also integrated the input validation inside these. So if you are not entering a valid email, and if you're not entering a valid password, then it might give you error that password must be at least 8 characters long and contain a mix of upper and lower number of special characters. Then second is must be a well formatted email address. So we might enter a well formatted email address, and then we will be adding this sham as well. So yeah, this is added. Now what we can do is we can add another user, that is Ram. Okay. uh, okay, we have Ram and we have, so yeah, now I have created both the users Ram and Sham. So if you let's check on the DB as well. Refresh this. So yeah, you can see that there are two new user, Ram and Sham. And also if you check their roles, so both of these are having only guest as a role. Okay, because when the user is new and user signs up, he will only be allotted as a guest. Okay, then what I'll do is moving on. So we have this API called register as hotel manager. So I'll go and register, Ram as our hotel manager. So if I go ahead and click on send, so it will not allow me because it will say that unauthorized JWT token because I have this JWT token assigned here. Now if I remove this and send, then it has accepted this now. So what we can do is basically if we want to register anyone as a hotel manager, then we can do it through this API through this. So now get let's get ahead and let's log in as Sham. So what we are doing is we are logging in as a guest, and let's try to create a hotel with this. So yeah, so first of all let's talk about login some few bit more, because whenever we are logging in, we are seeing that this is an access token that we are getting. So what it is happening here is that when we are logging in with a particular user, we are getting one JWT token. Now this token we will be using as an authorization token to access all the APIs. Okay, so when we pass this token into our authorization header, then it will allow us to access whatever API we are going to access. So, but also it has role based authorization. So a person who is a guest cannot access the APIs which is entitled for hotel guest. So let's verify that as well. So we have Sham, which is a guest, right? So let's create a hotel using his access token. So we have this hotel Triveni, suppose. We have hotel Triveni in civil lines in Prayagraj, and we can edit numbers as well. Okay, we can Ashok Nagar, we can say, yeah. So if we go ahead and create this hotel, we will see that we got an error called forbidden. So what this means is that we are not entitled to create a hotel. So if I go to my code and if I make you see this was the sign up API. So as soon as the logger sign-ups, we are entering their details inside the user details table, and then from there we are giving them a guest role, and then we are saving that now. But if you go to login, you can see that we are first authenticating these details. So what we are trying to do is we are making this request as authenticated. So this will be first coming through this one. So basically this JWT token and the Spring Security works as a filter. So there are multiple filters, and inside that those filters we have our security filters, and inside the security filters we can make many more filters. For example, we have auth2 filters, right? We have JWT tokens, we have sessions. So we we can apply as many as filters we want for the security. So as of now I am using JWT. So let's get ahead and understand that how is it working. So if you see, we have HTTP security, and so basically this is the flow. So when a user is making a request, it will be first going through this security filter chain, and then only when the user is authenticated, it will be passed on to a means the request will be fulfilled. Now if you check, we have this security HTTP security request, and so you see we are disabling the session management and CSRF because we are using JWT. Okay, so we do not need session, or we do not leave CSRF filters. So that is why we are disabling it. And here if you see, we have added add filter before JWT auth filter, and this is another filter which is called username password authentication filters. Now this says that add this filter JWT before my user authentication filter. Now this is our filter which we have created. Now what it does is, it will basically come here, and it will, from the request it will get the our authorization token, basically whatever we are passing through the request, and from that request we will be having a bearer token. So it will extract the bearer token from this, and if it does not have a bearer token, it will basically go on, and the user will not be validated, and the request will, it will uh, return that the user is unauthorized. But if there is a token, then it will be, we will split that token. So basically the token will be of the form, it will start something like this. So it will be bearer, bearer, then space, then we are having this kind of token. So we are only, we only need this one. So that's what we are doing, is we are splitting that bearer and we are trimming it, and we are just getting whatever there is in the, token that is after bearer. Now what we are doing is, further, once we are getting the token, we are sending this. So we have a JWT service which will be generating our access token, which will be generating refresh token. So I'll be talking about this maybe later, and which will be getting the user ID from the token. So once our user is, logged in, or our token is created, what we can do is we have claims. So we can parse our JWT token request, and we can, we can get all the details through it. So from the claims we get subject, and uh, subject will be consisting of all the details which we are passing as a payload. Now since we are getting the user ID from the subject, so our filter here will work. And if we have provided a valid filter, valid access token, then it will provide a user ID. And now from this user ID, our another filter comes in, this username password authentication token. Now what this will do is that it will verify our username and password based on, from our DV and everything. And then what we'll do is we will set the authentication as true, and we will set the security context holder, and set the authentication token with the whatever token we have generated. Okay, and then what we'll do is we will do chain dot do filter, which will, pass on the request that okay, this is now verified, and the request and response will be set. Now so this, the authentication will, go through all these details. So we have auth filter, which I have already talked about. We have JWT, which I have already talked. We have this. So yeah, so I was coming to this, right? So we have added this filter, JWT auth password filter. Before this we have added JWT filter. Now after the request, passes, and it is authentication, it is an authenticated request. What I have done is I have also added request authorize HTTP request, and it will be basically based on these request matches. Now what this request matcher is doing is that it's saying that any route which is having admin in itself will be should have has role should be having a role as hotel manager. So any admin route should be having a role as hotel manager, then only it will be authenticated, otherwise it will not be able to authenticate it, it will show unauthorized. Now going to the booking, so booking is only authenticated, that means we only have to, log in as a user and provide the JWT token to in order to, get the bookings. And then we have user, so APIs are also authenticated. Now if we go ahead, and so we have created this user which was Sham, and we were trying to, create this hotel, but we got forbidden. Now what I will do is I will just log in as Ram, and let's see if that works. Ram at the rate 1234. Yeah, so we got this access token. Now let's use this access token to create this request. So we are set to create the hotel. So I have passed the authorization header as well. So the hotel that we are creating in Hotel Triveni in a site Prayagraj, inside the address will be Ashok Nagar, and let's change the email as well, triveni at the rate yahoo.com, and I think everything others looks good only. Access token basically. So yes, now go ahead and we will create a new hotel. So we can now see that if we are not entering the JWT token, it will say forbidden. But yeah, let's go ahead and add hotels. This will be Hotel Rose in Prayagraj in civil lines. Maybe we can say Ashok Nagar, and then we have Hotel Rose, and we have all these details about the hotels. And let's click send. So this now hotel is now created. Now we will copy the ID 53, and what we can do is we have these APIs called get hotel by ID. So if we click here, we are saying unauthorized request because we have not passed our token. So let's go ahead. So we have to again and again pass the token, because this is, we are doing it through Postman. But if we are, we have a UI, we will set this token in our cookies, and from there we will be, fetching it again and again. So we do not need to enter it again and again in this case. So yeah, now it is entered. Now let's see. So we are not giving anything. So yeah, now we can see that we have this hotel created. Now once the hotel is created, we can update the hotel as well. So we have 53. We will pass the authorization header here as well. So let's go ahead, and in this hotel what we can do is, means we can change something called garden, or we can say we have a mall nearby, and we can send. So you can see that we have changed this, right? So this is getting updated by this one. We also have a delete API, but we will not be deleting it yet. So we have something called activate hotel by ID. Now this is a very important API. But before activating the hotel, we should be adding the rooms. So let's create room for our hotel. So this APIs will be creating room. So basically we have to pass the hotel ID, and then we will give the room details. So maybe I'll create a suite for this hotel. So suite will be having a, let's say, king size bed, and the lake view AC TV guest room, and it will be having a total count of 10, capacity is 2, and we can hit send. It will again say unauthorized because we have to again provide the JWT token. So this is the issue only with the, postman again. So if we have a UI, we will not be, entering it again and again. So now let's go to our authorization header, pass it, and just create a suite with for our hotel. Now you can see that the suite is created. It will have ID, it will have all the details of photos, it will have amenities, it will have total count and capacity. And let's create one more room that is of deluxe type, and that will be of less cost. That will have, see, it will not be having a guest room because suits does not have guest room. And let's add this as well. So yeah, so we have added two rooms for our hotel. Now we can also, get all the rooms for hotel ID. So if we enter our hotel ID 53 and pass on the authorization header, and we can click send, so we will get all the details of our rooms. So our hotel was 53, that is Hotel Rose, and for that hotel we have created two rooms. One is a suite and other is a deluxe. So we have some more APIs, for example, get room by ID. So we can, directly pass the hotel, and then we can pass the rooms as well. And we have delete room by ID, we have update room by ID. So all sort of APIs we have created. But now that we have created room, now let's go and click this activate hotel. So until and unless this hotel is activated, we will not be allowed to book this hotel. And also if we search, it will not be shown inside our search. So once the hotel is activated, then only we'll be able to see the hotel. So now activating hotel means, so let me go to inventory and show you the inventory. So what this inventory is basically, if we are creating a new hotel and we are activating a new hotel, then what this does is that it will create 1 year inventory in this table. So 1 year inventory means from the current date when the hotel is created to 1 year. So it will create the inventory means, according to each date, inventory date, each inventory date, it will be having few values. So we will be having a booked count, so we can check, okay, on this date how many rooms were booked. Or we also have reserved count. So when we initiate a booking, it will directly go into the reserve count, and once the payment is made, then only we are updating it to the booked count. We have search factor as well. So if the user or if the admin wants to update the search factor, for example, if you want to increase the room price, we can increase the search factor as well. So, and we have total count and everything. So we have hotel ID, room ID. So if you query now and if you check from our hotel, you will not see any inventory, where hotel underscore where I dot hotel ID equal to 53. That was our hotel ID. So if you inventory, so if you check this query, you see that we do not have anything inside our inventory table as of now. Why? Because we have not activated the hotel. Now let's go ahead and activate the hotel. So again, this API as well is authenticated API. So if we click it now, it will say that unauthorized. So again, same thing, passing, logging the user, and passing the access token, control C. Now activate this room. So once we pass this token and we pass our hotel ID, that was 53, and we click on send. So you can say that it has, it has passed, but you can see 204, that is no content. So I have not returned anything inside this API. So how we can check it? We can directly go and hit this query again. Now when we hit this query, you can see that 1 year inventory is now being created, and our hotel with the price that we have updated. Okay, so we can say something by order by created date, order by inventory date, you can say inventory date. Yeah. So if you click here, you can see, yeah. So now you can see that we have, so starting from today 9, we you can see that we have added the price. Also you can notice that the price is slightly increased. So if you remember, when we were creating the room, we have entered the price, or maybe get all the rooms, yeah. So see, we have entered the price of deluxe as 2500, and for this is 4500 now, but you can see that the price is not matching, it is slightly higher. That is why, that is because we have applied dynamic pricing. So if we are having any search, so if we are booking inside this 7 days, if you remember I told you, right? So if we are booking a room inside, means less than 7 days, then we will get a surge of price. So this is basically that. So automatically it will be updating it. But if you see further dates, it will be a normal price, 4500 and 2500. But if you see last 7 days, it will be surge in, there will be surge in the price. And also if you see some holidays, for example, if you see 15th of August, uh, it will be, there will be a increase in the price. If you see, yeah. So if you see 15th of August, you see that the price is 6750. for our normal suite and 3,750 for our deluxe room. So this is the dynamic pricing that I was talking to you, that automatically we'll be updating the prices upon some validations. So yeah, so now that the hotel is created and everything, now what I'll do is I'll just log in as a guest, and I'll try to initiate a booking. So let's log in as Sham, SHYAM, SHYAM. Click enter. We got our this thing now. So first is that we have a search API, right? So might be we can search a hotel. So what we'll do is that we will be booking a hotel on this date, 25 to 26th, and then room count is 2, and page is 0, size is 4. I think we don't require this. Might be. Let's see. So we have. Acha, this is paginated response. That is why we are requiring this page and size. So let's search hotel in Prayagraj upon these dates. So as I told you that for searching a hotel, we do not need any authorization. So you can see that we have not provided any access token or anything, but it is giving us a result. So this is basically a public API which will be, returning results, and we do not require authentication for this. So if you see that 25th we have Hotel Lotus, and we have Hotel Sangam Heaven, and we have Hotel Lotus again. I think it is added 2 times. Hotel Rose, then it might be, yeah. So, no, but we have added it Hotel Sangam Heaven. Okay, why is it returning 2 times? Acha, this is returning us the owner details as well. It should not. Okay, let's see that if we have two hotels with the same name, because that should not be the case. That should not happen actually. One we have, so we have two Hotel Lotus. That is why it was showing. One was in Civil Lines and one was in Ashok Nagar, but that is fine. So let's go ahead and our uh, add a booking for this one. So yeah, we were logged in as Sham, and I'll be copying this. So yeah, so in the search hotel, you can basically browse all the hotels, and once you have selected the hotel, for example, we have two hotel lotus, both in different places. One is in Civil Lines and one is in Ashok Nagar. So that is fine. Means we can have two hotels, in different locations. So what we'll do is that maybe we'll select the hotel which I have created just now. That is 53, and I will get the hotel details now. Now, once we have selected the hotel, we will be entering inside the hotel, and we will be taking, getting all the room details. So, see, for this Hotel Lotus 53 ID, we have created inside our Ashok Nagar, and we are getting the room details. So we are getting this one suit that is of 4,500, and we have we have one deluxe room which is 2,500. See, this is the base price, so we are not yet showing the means showing the inflated or increased price, because when the user starts the booking, then we'll show that price. So let's go ahead and create booking for this. So for booking, what we'll do is we have to give hotel ID. So we will be giving 53, and then we need room details. So we have these. So if you want to get deluxe, so let's book a suite. So that is 102, and then create a booking. So we'll pass the room details as well, and then we will pass the dates. So for dates, we were searching for 25th to 20. Let's book at 20 from 25th to 27th. Okay, and again we have to pass the authorization token and click on send. So as you can see that we have created our booking, and it is, the status, this is the status, actually the booking status. It says reserved. It has the check-in date, checkout date. Guest is not added yet, that is why it is showing null. And the amount, it has actually added the increased price into 3 days, okay, because we are booking for 3 days, right? So that is why. So room count is 1, and then ID, this is our booking ID, which is 252. So now what we can do is, once we have initiated the booking, we will be adding guest in this booking. So what we can do is, we can do 252. So for that booking we will continue and we will add, our guest. So we can say that Ram, maybe we can create something called Ram and Sham, and this will be 25 male, and then we will be having Sham as well, and we will be having male. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and let's pause the authorization token as well and add this. So as you can see that we have successfully added our guest inside the hotel, I mean the booking. So we will have all the details. For example, this is the booking ID. This is the, see, the booking status now changed. It was reserved earlier, and now it is guest added. Okay, so we can see that we have all the guest details as well. So we will be having guest details, and this is the user who has, created the booking. So guest ID will be 253, and this is Sham. And then another response we will be having, and then inside that we will be having our another user. But this is different. This is the user details through which we are booking, and the guest details are here. So one was Ram and one was Sham, and we have the total amount as well. Now what we can do is, once we have added the guest, we will initiate the payments. Now before that, I will show you the bookings as well. So if we go to the booking, maybe delete this one from here. Yeah, if you go and refresh this, see, we have this booking created 252, guest added 13,500 is the total bill. And let's go ahead and initiate the payments. Now for initiating payment, we have to just pass our booking ID, that is 252, and we also need to pass our authorization token, and in this body we need not to pass anything. And let's see what happens. So it will be redirecting us to, as this Stripe payment gateway. Now what we will do is, we have to just click this, and it will take us to a payment gateway site. So see, it is telling us that Hotel Lotus, and we are booking a suite, and we have the total bill of 30,500. The booking ID is this one. And let's go ahead and add few details. So that will be 6 and 25. CVV will be 001. Name on card will be Ram Singh, might be. Address detail we can give anything, and we will click on pay. So once we make the payment, see, the payment is successful, and it has redirected us to a payment success page. So this I have configured from our backend only, that once the payment is success, we will be, redirecting to a success page. When we are, connecting the front end, we might give a URL. So let's go to our Stripe, payment gateway. So this is the gateway that I have created. So inside this, if you hit refresh, you might see that our payment has been created. So it is loading. Let's check once it is loaded. So yeah, so if you see now, we have a payment that is made. So that was, 13,500 payment made. And now if you click on, we can check further details ahead. So see, it was made from sham@gmail.com, paid from this person Ram Singh anything. Okay, and then we have more details. So we have all the details of the logs. We have event logs as well. So if you see that payment status requires payment method, and then all these are basically what happened to the throughout the payment. So one, we have received the payment method, then it was marked as succeed. Okay, then the checkout session was completed. Now, to capture the payment, I have set up one more thing that is called webhooks, that is from Stripe, this payment gateway itself. So see, we are running a webhook server here in the backend. If you see that you are using a Stripe version API, your booking secret is this thing, and see, we have a webhook API, localhost 8081 API, webhook, and payment. So what it does is it is basically capturing all the events when the payment is made. So what we are doing inside this is that when we are when we are getting this event checkout session completed, then what we are doing is we are at the front from the back end, we are updating our booking status to completed, because we have means this tells us that the payment was made successfully. So if you check the code, I have let's go to the booking route, hotel booking. See, inside the payment we have this, and if you check the implementation, so we have initiate payment, but the URL that I was talking to you is in this one, webhook. So see, this was the webhook ID, correct? Webhook slash payments 8081. So now what it is doing is it is basically capturing the event and passing this event to our booking service. So we have a method called capture payment. Now if you go inside this method, you will see that I have captured this event which I was showing, checkout session completed. So if you see that we have this event, right, checkout session completed. So whenever we are getting this event, it will, it will call all the session object, it will get the booking details, and here I am setting the booking status to confirm, and then saving this booking. And also at the same time, when I'm updating the booking status, what am I doing is I am basically updating the inventory as well. So now, updating in the inventory, we have two steps. So first will be, we will be locking the reserved inventory. So that, why are we locking? We are applying pessimistic right lock, because we do not want any data inefficiency, right? So because if multiple person are trying to update the same day, so it might create some type of data inefficiency, correct? So one data might be updating something and another something. So that is why we have created a lock. So until and unless this is updated, it will not release the lock. Okay, and if someone else is trying to make the payment at the same time, then it will wait for some time. Once this is completed, then other payment will be completed, so that we will be having no data inaccuracies. So once we have applied the lock, what we will do is, let's go to booking booking service, yeah, capture payment. So yeah, once this is has find the lock, so it will be confirming the booking. Now inside this confirming booking, what we are doing is we are updating the reserved count and the booked count. So sorry, we are decreasing the reserve count. So basically now we are see, first when we initiated the booking, we have marked the inventory as reserved because the payment was not done yet, right? So once the payment is completed, what we are doing is we are decreasing the reserved count and we are increasing the booked count. So if you check here, let's go to the inventory, and from the inventory what we can do is we can just filter this. Okay, and let's find 25, 25 6, right? 20, see, this was 25, 26, and 27. So for that room we have booked one room each day, correct? So this is the booked count. And also if you see that in reserved count, there is 00, because we have decreased the reserved count as well. So now what we can do is that we have few more APIs. Let's see those as well. So we have cancel booking as well. So if we click on cancel booking, what it does is it will initiate the refund, and also it will update all the inventory and everything. So if we are canceling the booking, then it will be getting those. So we have an API. So if to check the booking status as well. So here what we'll do is we will pass our booking ID, that was 252, and it will return all the status regarding the bookings. Okay, so it is not yet authorized. Again, we have to log in. Yeah. So this will get the access token. Now it will, if you want to see the get booking status, then we can again check, pass the JWT token, and then hit send. So it will see we have the booking status that is confirmed. Now what we can do is same booking we can do cancel. So we can cancel this booking. We just have to pass 252 and hit cancel. So see, until now it was confirmed. We saw that the payment also was made. So see, this was the payment made 13,500. But now if I cancel this booking, what it will do is, so again unauthorized. Why? Because we have not paused the authentication token. So you can see that each and every API is authenticated, and we have security checks as well. So once we have created cancel the booking, it will be generating 204. And if we go to our webhook, see, we have some more APIs. We have a charge updated, refund created. We have charge refunded, refund updated, charge refund updated. So we have all these events that are triggered once we have done the refund. So let's check on the Stripe end as well. So you might see that the total amount which was paid now will be refunded. So let it load. Yeah. So you can see that this was succeeded, but now it shows that it is refunded. So this was the payment status that has also been, means the money is also been refunded. And you can see sham at the gmail.com from which we have made the booking. So this was the overall flow, means the basic flow. And other than that, we have also many small APIs to support our application. But that is more useful when we'll be having a front end with us. For example, we have get rooms by ID. These are admin things, right? Also we can get the inventory details from the room ID. So what we can do is, if we pass room ID, that is 102, that was the suit, correct? So this is admin, right? So only Ram will be able to see this. So I'll just log in from Ram's account. Also, these password and everything in the DB we are storing as encrypted form. So no one will be able to see your password in the DB. So if I go ahead and pass this token, now we might see the inventory for this room. You can see that on 9th, 6th, 9th, it is this 10th, 11th, 12th. And if we check our date, then it might be having nothing updated, because see, 26, 27. Earlier we were having the booked count as 1, but now we can see the book count has also been decreased, and the reserve count is also 0. And we can update the inventory as well. So if you want to increase the search factor, if you want to increase some capacity of the room, so we have this API which will be patching the results. Also we can update true and false, close true and false. we have this API as well. So through this, what we can do is we can update the user details. So whoever user has logged in, they can update their details. So now if you click send, yeah, you can see that it is now been updated. So get my profile. If you see get my profile, then we have, we will be getting all the details for this. So let's pass the user token, hit send. So yeah, now you can see that we have gender and we have date of birth, sort of